Have you ever wondered what someone would do with $1 billion? For most of us, a number that big is hard to imagine, let alone spend. But for billionaires, reaching that first billion often means diving into projects, luxury, and ambitious goals that go far beyond ordinary dreams. From flashy purchases and lavish mansions to building global empires and launching groundbreaking ideas, the way billionaires spend their first billion tells a lot about their personalities, passions, and sometimes even their quirks. Let's take a look at some of the fascinating ways billionaires have celebrated this milestone. Elon Musk. When Elon Musk became a billionaire, he didn't hold back on spending in a way that fit his unique style. First, he splurged on an impressive collection of cars, picking up some of the rarest and most eye-catching vehicles, like the famous submarine car and a historic McLaren. Of course, he couldn't resist adding multiple Teslas to his collection either. Then, to store all these cars, he went ahead and bought an entire neighborhood in Beverly Hills, spending $80 million on mansions in one of the most exclusive areas in the world. Traveling in luxury was also a priority, so Elon bought 5 private jets, costing around $300 million, allowing his family to fly comfortably and at their convenience. Speaking of family, he's known for investing in his children's lives too. They go to private schools, with each kid's education costing about $33,000 per year. With 9 children, that adds up to millions over time. In addition to his spending on himself and his family, he also made a huge financial move for his cousins. When their company, Solar City, was struggling, he stepped in and bought it for a massive $2.6 billion, helping them out at a tough time. Through these choices, Elon made sure his first billion was spent in ways that matched both his personal passions and family connections. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg went all out with his first billion. He focused on building an impressive $170 million mansion in Hawaii. But to make this vision happen, he needed a huge amount of land, 1,400 acres. That's roughly the size of 1,000 football fields. And he pushed to buy it from local Hawaiian landowners, causing some controversy. But Hawaii wasn't his only focus. He also owns luxury homes in Lake Tahoe and Palo Alto, adding to his collection of exclusive properties in scenic, high-value areas. Despite his billionaire status, Mark doesn't own any private jets, which is unusual for someone of his wealth. Instead, he reportedly invested in a $150 million mega yacht named Ulysses. This isn't just any yacht. It's so large that it even carries a smaller yacht on its deck, offering a mix of luxury and practicality for ocean travel. Interestingly, Mark put a significant amount of his first billion toward charity. He made large donations, though he did it through his own foundation, which means details on how the funds are used aren't entirely public. This mix of extravagant property purchases and charity donations paints a unique picture of how Mark chose to spend his initial fortune. Sergey Brin. Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, made some bold purchases with his first billion. One of his early splurges was a $300,000 lab-grown burger, the most expensive burger in the world at the time. He wanted to be one of the first to try this new food innovation, which took scientists years to develop. After that, he turned to yachts, buying a fleet of luxurious vessels. His collection included Firefly, the smallest one at $3 million, Butterfly, a mid-sized yacht worth $15 million, and Dragonfly, a massive $80 million yacht complete with its own helicopter pad. But Sergey's ambitions extended beyond the water. He invested $50 million in a flying car startup called Kitty Hawk, aiming to pioneer a new form of transportation. Although the idea was exciting, it ultimately didn't succeed, and the company had to shut down. Still, Sergey managed to fund the construction of the world's largest blimp with a $100 million investment, marking a unique addition to his list of projects. Sergey's personal life, however, took a difficult turn. He discovered that his then-wife had been unfaithful and cheated on him with Elon Musk. Obviously, Sergey was hurt and betrayed, due to which he went through a high-profile divorce. And despite the heartbreak, he was required to pay a staggering $1 billion in the settlement. This experience showed that even with his massive fortune, Sergey faced challenges that money couldn't solve. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos wasted no time making big purchases with his first billion. One of his first big buys was a collection of luxury cars, including Ferraris, Bugattis, Lamborghinis, and more. His entire car collection is now worth around $20 million, showing just how much he loves high-end vehicles. But his spending didn't stop there. Bezos also spent $42 million on a giant clock designed to last 10,000 years, an interesting investment that highlights his fascination with time. Next, Bezos turned his attention to private travel, dropping $150 million on 2 identical private jets, making sure he and his family could fly in style. He didn't forget about real estate either, spending $463 million on multiple luxurious homes in some of the most sought-after places: Miami, Beverly Hills, Seattle, Washington, D.C., and Hawaii. However, his most impressive purchase was his $500 million sailboat. At 400 feet, it's the largest sailboat in the world. This extraordinary yacht comes with everything Bezos could want for a luxurious life at sea, including a nightclub, multiple pools, a jacuzzi, and even a submarine. It's the ultimate symbol of his wealth and love for adventure. Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer, the former CEO of Microsoft, made a surprising choice with his money. Rather than spending billions on cars, jets, mansion, or any other luxury like some other billionaires, he decided to invest in something he truly enjoys: basketball. Steve has always been a big fan of both Los Angeles and the NBA, so he bought the LA Clippers for $2 billion. He loves supporting his team so much that he frequently travels from his mansion in Seattle to Los Angeles on his private jet just to watch the Clippers play. It's clear that basketball is a huge passion for him. Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani is truly one of the biggest spenders out there. He bought the most expensive house in the world, a giant skyscraper in Mumbai with 27 floors. The first 6 floors are used just to store over 150 of his expensive cars. The house is full of luxury features, like a snow room to escape the heat, a movie theater for private screenings, plenty of swimming pools, and even 3 floors dedicated to beautiful gardens. It's so enormous that it takes 600 workers to keep everything running smoothly. The whole high-rise cost him at least $2 billion, showing how wisely he's using his incredible wealth. Michael Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg spent an unbelievable amount of money, over $1 billion, in a way that surprised many people. In 2019, he decided to run for president and spent exactly $1 billion on advertisements, more than the entire Democratic Party did in just 3 months. He thought this would help him get ahead. However, when he took part in his first debate, he was attacked and criticized so badly by the other candidates that he couldn't recover. The pressure was too much, and he ended up quitting the race shortly after. It was a huge gamble that didn't pay off. Donald Trump. Donald Trump certainly knows how to spend $1 billion, and he made sure to enjoy it along the way. One of his most impressive buys was a $30 million golden yacht. This luxurious yacht features a pool surrounded by bulletproof glass, saunas, video games, a helicopter pad, and even its own hospital. Trump can easily fly to the yacht on one of his 3 helicopters, each costing $7 million and also covered in gold. During his time as president, he also bought a $1.5 million limo that's completely bulletproof and bomb-proof. He didn't stop there. Trump spent $100 million on a private jet called Trump Force One, which is 3 times larger than a normal private jet and has a fully gold interior. He owns 7 mansions across places like New York, New Jersey, Florida, California, Europe, and the Caribbean, with a combined value of $118 million. On top of all this, he purchased a $1.2 billion casino that includes multiple restaurants, pools, and even roller coasters. Trump clearly knows how to live large. Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison is incredibly wealthy, and he spends his money on some amazing things. He didn't just buy a $75 million private jet. He also purchased 2 military fighter jets, one Italian and one Soviet. It's surprising, but apparently, it's legal to own them. These jets are his way of staying ready for anything. Like many billionaires, he also owns a yacht, but his is on a whole different level. He spent $166 million on it, making it much more expensive than most. The yacht is inspired by the design of old Japanese samurai warriors and is filled with ancient artifacts. It's named after Musashi, one of the most famous samurai warriors who was known for his undefeated record in 61 sword duels. One of his biggest purchases was the 6th largest Hawaiian island, which he bought for $600 million. This island is known for being home to many other famous celebrities, such as Tom Cruise, Will Smith, and Bill Gates. To top it off, Larry Ellison has spent over $1 billion on mansions in places like North Palm Beach, Porcupine Creek, and Woodside. showing just how much he enjoys a luxurious lifestyle. Bill Gates. Bill Gates has made some pretty wild purchases over the years. Not only did he spend millions on a machine that turns waste into clean water, but he also owns 5 private jets. These include 1 small plane, 2 Bombardier Challengers, which cost $27 million each, and 2 Gulfstream G650s, which cost $78 million each. He uses these jets to travel between his many mansions around the world. His most expensive mansion is packed with luxury, including an artificial stream with fish, a trampoline room, an indoor pool, and much more. This mansion cost him $130 million, but what's even crazier is that he spent the same amount on a single book. This book, written by Leonardo da Vinci, is the most expensive book ever bought. Bill is also believed to own a $650 million yacht, which even has a waterfall in the back. On top of all this, Bill holds the record for owning the most farmland in the US, spending over $1 billion on 270,000 acres. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast has bought a few private islands over the years. His first island cost him $800,000, and he was able to make 2 videos out of it. But when it came time to celebrate reaching 100 million subscribers, he knew he couldn't just give away a small island like that. So, he went all in and bought a $2 million island that looked like something straight out of a dream. In total, Mr. Beast has spent $2.8 million on private islands. These islands became the perfect backdrop for his massive giveaways, showing just how far he's willing to go to make his content even more epic. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed learning about these crazy purchases, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.